Well, hello, YouTube and Facebook friends. This is Carin Lynch in the Wildwood Lifestyle Center Teaching Kitchen, where today we're going to do another simple, nutritious, and delicious recipe. We're going to do fruit sauce. Okay, so here are our ingredients. First, we're going to start with some berries. I have some frozen strawberries and blueberries, and the reason why I am using frozen ones instead of fresh today is because it's really not berry season, but I can buy beautiful organic berries that are frozen at the peak of ripeness. So this is like a good way for you to get good quality flavors any time of the year. I have some water here. This is 1.5 cups, excuse me. We're going to use a total of 2 cups. I have some sweetener. Now today I'm using raw blue agave, but you could use honey, you could use maple syrup, or you could even use, if you wanted to make this very low glycemic, you could use about a teaspoon of stevia instead of the liquid sweetener. I also have now some cornstarch, which is going to be our thickener, and then I have another 1/2 cup of water. I'm going to mix my cornstarch in that just to get it so it's nice and smooth when we're thickening up our sauce. Okay, here's the simple part of simple, nutritious, and delicious. Simple ingredients and simply prepared. We're going to actually just stick everything in a pot. We're going to start with our berries. By the way, like I said, I use strawberries and blueberries, but use whatever you like. Even if you don't want to use berries, you could use peaches or apples, whatever you want to do as a fruit sauce. Here's our water, and this is just about 1.5 cups, and our sweetener. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stir this up and let this warm. And while that's warming, what you're going to want to do is mix up a cornstarch slurry. This is going to be to thicken our sauce. Now the interesting thing, if we just poured cornstarch in our warmed sauce to thicken it up, we would have tons of lumps. So this is a surefire way to get a nice smooth sauce, but nice and thick. So I'm just going to take some cornstarch and about 1/2 cup of water, and I'm going to mix this together. And then it'll be ready to add when our berries are nice and hot. You just mix that up like this. I just used regular tap water. Room temperature is fine, or even a little colder would be okay as well. But once it starts to get warm is when we're gonna start seeing those lumps. But here you go, and this is how we get that ready for when it warms up. All right, so once we get our berries nice and warm, even to a bubble, what we can do is we can add in our thickener. So I'm just going to mix up this cornstarch again just to make sure that it is in with the water. And then I'm just going to pour it in and mix it up. And it should thicken up pretty quickly, maybe about a minute or so. You're going to see, not even a minute. This is like 20 seconds. And look, it's already a beautiful syrupy sauce. Now this will be great not just for things like breakfast, like I use it on waffles or pancakes, but you can use this on desserts too. Maybe if you want to top like a little tapioca pudding, or maybe you'd like to have maybe a plant-based cheesecake with a little fruit sauce. You can think of a million things. Another thing I do too is sometimes I actually mix it in some plain soy yogurt, and boy, it just brings out that fruitiness and deliciousness. The best part of the video is giving it a try. So fruity, so sweet, and so delicious. A perfect topping for so many things. And you know another thing you can do, if you just want this to be more like a syrup rather than a fruit sauce, you can just stick this right in the blender and blend it up and you have a beautiful fruity syrup. Well, friends, our time is up here at the Wildwood Lifestyle Center Teaching Kitchen. But as always, I want to remind you to go to our YouTube channel, DIY Health, or on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Wildwood Lifestyle Center. Have a very, very delicious day.